Fuck talking about no jumper. Let's talk about this. There's a big debate going on.
We trying to talk about the shit we be doing.
Big Bang Gucci's. There's a big debate going on in the city about who's the hottest, the Stink Team or the Baby Stone Gorillas. What do you have to say about this debate?
My neck. Shit, look at my neck. We don't do none of that.
Not compete, bro.
You know what I'm
We
saying?
don't even do that. That's not what we here for. We was talking about what we got going
We
on.
talking about self-explanatory shit. The Stinks, what the Stinks doing. You know what I'm saying?
You know
Holy
what?
water.
That's around the time you got shot too.
No, I got shot last year.
Okay. What happened in that situation?
Shit, they got shot in Vegas.
Yeah, where were you at though?
Riding around, the niggas got the shooting. That's it.
It happened while you were driving. You weren't parked.
Riding around, and niggas got the shooting, Adam.
You just heard about it, or you were around?
Hey, I don't know nothing. He was just riding around, and a nigga got the shooting, bro.
Right.
We don't know no details of the shit.
Who you got problems with in Vegas though?
I ain't got problems with nobody.
So it was random.
He's a rapper.
Where you stay normally?
Where I stay?
You don't stay in California, right?
Where you stay?
Around here.
Around here.
Around here.
Good questions right there. Where you stay? What's your social?
I'm trying to get the basics.
Shit.
When you decided that you wanted to come through, what was the stuff at the forefront of your brain that you wanted to talk about today?
I just wanted to chill. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with you as a friend. You my friend, man. We chilling.
That's true. We are
Want to come smoke a
great
blunt with
friends.
you.
Now I'm realizing that this is the kind of interview that you're gonna make me do because you right before I sat down, you're like, "Don't ask me about any street shit."
No, I ain't say street shit.
And
I
now
just
you're
said,
high as hell.
Relevant shit like that's just not just.
Yeah, but the thing you claim that
We
you said,
good though. You know we ain't.
I'm not saying that you're being a fucking dictator here or anything, but the thing that you brought up was like a past affiliate of yours who sort of ran his mouth about you in a recent interview. You don't want to clap back at him?
Clap back? Like what you mean?
Verbally?
Clap back. My definition of clap back is totally different from yours.
Verbally clap back. Not
What is that gonna get me?
I mean, if he had his say about you, don't you want to have your say about him, or at least like
Listen.
correct the record?
My mama always taught me the best reaction is no reaction.
In the beginning, I had told Adam before we even started recording, like, don't ask me about certain shit. And he basically got right on the interview, like, well, off the camera, you said, don't ask you about this. In my mind, I'm like, why would you do that? You feel me? Like, I was threw off from the whole interview right there. Like, it's like, now you want some just chasing it ass shit, you know?
So this is what it is. I was gonna do a vid and I had it all drafted up and stuff like that, where I was gonna piece together multiple clips of Adam asking questions he shouldn't ask and just take them up top, you know. And that's what it was gonna be. Like, I'm talking about all the way up top. Boy, that joint was like 30 minutes. Then I'm gonna keep it 500,000 with you. I'm just cruising YouTube and I seen Tay Savage being interviewed by Say Cheese. And I had to scrap it as far as the other video I did because I just got to keep it 500,000. I'm not no biased dude. I'm not no fucking hater like to where I just hate motherfuckers. I just had to realign my perspective. So this is where it's going. You see all the clips with the Ruger interview and shit like that. We gonna talk about the rappers first before we even get to Adam. In the last video I did, I really didn't talk about the rappers. You know, as far as accountability for the rappers. We gonna start there. You know, a lot of rappers talk the gangster shit. They do the gangster shit. They do the drill shit. They antagonize other gangsters specifically by saying the name that they did and stuff like that. And this ain't got nothing to do with Tay Savage specifically or even Ruger. I'm just being general. You know, they do all that. They go crazy. They go ham. They make this gangster shit. And that's what brings the heat to gangster rappers and shit like that, whether it be drill or just regular gangster rappers. That's why Andre 3000 can play fucking flute in the streets and nobody is trying to do nothing to him. That's why J. Cole can ride a bike through wherever. He can ride a bicycle. Nobody's going to rob J. Cole. For what? But then you got these other rappers who, you know, talk all the street shit, talk all the flossy shit. That just make you a walking lick. That's a whole nother topic for another day. But people want to get at these gangster rappers for different reasons. Sometimes it's animosity. Sometimes it's because they want the money, and sometimes it's because they want the clout. But being a gangster rapper puts you in a very vulnerable position. And when you antagonizing people, you know, that really takes that really adds extra heat to the flame. That puts extra spice on the beef if you got any, but it just makes a spicier situation if you're antagonizing people. Let's get past that. So you're a gangster rapper, you can pretty much say all of this is entertainment, until you get on that camera and it's not rap no more, it's an interview. When you sit down and you choose to talk about the shootouts you had, you choose to talk about your previous crimes, you choose to talk about, you know, how you feel about whoop-de-whoop, you choose to just entertain the bullshit on every level. When you make that choice, when you sit down on these interviews, that's one side that you have to take accountability for. When you as a rapper sit down and you fully indulge in the bullshit, oh yeah, man, you know, nigga, I was sparking shit, yeah, I hit the back of his window, like, yeah, hit his brain, When you in the interview saying all of that shit, oh yeah, I robbed this nigga, yeah, me and this nigga used to have shootouts at the gas station. When you do all that, when you decide to do that, you got to take accountability for whatever the fuck comes with what you decide to say. Let's just get that out the way. So that's the full accountability for 50% of what's going on the rappers. We get that out the way. Now, the reason that we talking about Adam, you seen the clips. You seen everything I put together, dog. The thing about Adam is sometimes he will ask suspect questions. Sometimes Adam will ask shit that's a little bit too much. Sometimes Adam asks things that could put rappers in an even more vulnerable position. That's just what it is. You might see all the clips before this. You might just see that. I think I'm going to keep them in. Fuck it. But when it comes to Ruger specifically, Ruger said before the interview, I don't want to talk about this. I don't want to talk about this. I don't want to talk about this. Adam said that he said that right before they sat down. Adam had a choice to make, in my opinion. If we talking about moving with integrity, Adam had the choice to either tell him like, oh, well, if we not going to talk about that shit, that's the shit that gets clicks and views and shit like that. You got to at least allow me to ask the stuff and you give whatever type of answer you going to give, because that's the stuff that my platform is run off of, and that's what's going to get the clicks and views, and that's what's going to make this shit move. So you can answer however you want to answer, but I'm going to ask the questions. He had the choice to lay it out to him like that. Or he had the choice to say, and I think I said 2, but we just going to go through it. I got 3. He also had the choice to say, well, if you can't answer none of that, I don't even know why we interviewing, because that's the stuff people want to hear. You know, you got all the way here. You got a manager. You got all of that. You could have told me that before, but you put me in a messed up position. I low key don't even want to do the interview if we can't talk about that, because it's going to be a waste of both of our time. I'll fuck with you, but this is what it is. I gotta make a compelling interview. He could have said that, or he could have just kept it G and said, I respect that. I'm not gonna ask those questions. But instead, I'm guessing he said, all right, okay, that's cool. Because when he get into the interview and he say, yeah, you told me not to ask you about the street shit, why would he say that if he didn't agree to not ask him about the street shit? Obviously, he gave no pushback to that before the interview. Because if he did, they would have had a conversation before the interview ran to where they knew exactly what it was going to be and they could agree on the terms, or he could just go a separate way. But Adam chose to just ask him about the shit anyway after agreeing to it, after getting him on camera, after getting him in the hot seat, putting him in a sticky situation, you know. And that's where the issue lies. Ruger put out like a whole paragraph on Instagram and stuff like that, you know, talking about Adam not wanting to see niggas elevate and, you know, just transcend away from the beef and the bullshit. Even when he answered a Lil Durk question that I didn't include in here, he was like, bro, you know, yeah, Lil Durk, he might have said whatever, but, you know, it's whatever. When I was at the Kanye shit, I didn't care. It's an opportunity for me, and I'm not going to let nobody stop me from working. I'm just working. If we bump shoulders, we bump shoulders, but I'm working. He answered the shit like he was media trained. He answered the shit like an adult. He answered the shit in a way that wasn't going to incite no more beef, add no spice to the motherfucking flame, none of that. So it's like he put him in these positions, and what Adam, I know he understands this when it comes to Chicago, rappers die from the things that they say, period, point blank. Whether it's in tweets or whether it's in raps, that is a motherfucking city that stands on you not being able to say certain shit. That's just what it is. So when you look at this, there are two things that I really want to highlight as far as how everything played out. The first thing is that's some sucker shit. Flat out, it's some hoe shit that Adam cannot respect this nigga's wishes to not be asked about that shit, because it's not just like him on some other shit or some funny shit or nothing like that. It's the consequences behind him giving the wrong shit could possibly be death. The wrong answers could possibly mean death. That's just what it is. You can't respect that a nigga wants to protect himself. That's crazy. Because that's what it really is. Ruger might not look at it like that. Adam might not look at it like that. But when we talk about the reality of what's going on and how the shit operates, that's what it is. The second thing I'm going to highlight, which is just a pinch of what I was going to put out there, because again, like I had a 30-minute video, I just scrapped the whole thing. But when you look at what Adam does, who Adam is, what his platform is built on and all of this, we're not going to go deep. But this is just one example of his exploitative nature. This is just one example of him trying to exploit real nigga street beef for clicks and views and money for himself and his company, so that he could use that money to give it to some other nigga to fuck his wife and get her a Lamborghini. The beef you niggas have on his platform pays to get Lamborghinis and black cock. That's all I got for today. I'm out.